Hey, I'm gonna start the camera now. Let's see what happens. Did you ever hear this before? You can look this up at home.
I'm good. I'll look it up.
It's scientific information. Can't hurt you. So I think what I'll do, since it's kind of been this way the whole time, it's like hardly any business going on here, maybe I'll just take a little walk down the street and see what's going on, and then come back, and then tomorrow we'll be set up here. I'll look this up.
No, thanks. I appreciate it.
Okie dokie, let's take a little walk. As you can see, they are not for want of cars. It's true. Want to look it up?
Oh, I'm good.
Hi there. Oh, I have some of them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, would you like a card? You can look this stuff up.
Sure.
Did you ever hear about it? The flat earth, there's scientific evidence. Like no curvature. And the formula's on your card, and you can look those videos up. They're very good.
I don't run to the bathroom, but I can like... Hopefully it'll work out for you.
Hey, I know Janet.
Jennifer?
I started
She is the boss.
yeah, I guess. We started the church together.
Okay.
I was even before her. So this, go here, tell her to go here. I'm on this website.
Okay.
She'll know who I am. And then if you type in the whole thing, you get the 3 videos that go along with this information.
Okay, what's this about?
The flat earth.
Okay.
Scientific evidence. It really is a flat plane, and it looks like that. And see, like the United Nations uses that in their logo, but they leave off Antarctica because they don't want you to know it goes around the outside edge. And look, there's a curvature formula. Across 60 miles of Lake Michigan, there's Chicago. You shouldn't be able to see it. It should be 1,700 feet.
As far as the drop?
Down, yeah, the curvature. So that should be, should look through the water to see that.
So what is the, what do I want to say here? What is the reasoning that they're saying that it's round and not flat?
Well, why would they do that?
Okay.
Yeah, why would they do that?
Fascinating.
Yeah. It's about control, really. That's what it is. The kings never wanted the serfs to read. Remember that?
Yeah.
Hearing that in history?
Yeah, it's going back a little ways into my history class.
I'm older than you, and I can remember that.
That's pretty good.
So what's the difference? I have that right on the card. What's the difference between being educated with lies or being uneducated?
That's pretty good. I like that.
I made that up.
Did you?
Yeah. It is pretty good because you still know nothing, right?
Yeah.
You're still dumb, and you have these pieces of paper say I'm a doctorate
Yeah. Oh, we were
but
just
it's
talking about
meaningless.
That. Went to financial aid night last night. While we were starting college. We were just talking about how expensive that is.
And it's really been up.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. And if they're teaching this, I mean, the globe, instead of this, then they're teaching baloney in there. So what's
your level there? What'd you do with
well,
that?
no matter what, the horizon is always at your eye level. And you go up in an airplane or you go to Mount Everest. It's always at your eye level, which proves that it's two planes coming together, the earth and the sky. See, it's not going down. No matter how high you go, it never curves down. You never see it falling off.
So when NASA shows pictures of the earth and stuff, what's that about?
Where's the NASA? There we go. Here's the, right on their website. Same diameter, so proportionately they should be the same. How come they're different sizes? Look at that. They are mocking us all the time. You ever see this when they go on a spacewalk? We have videos, bubbles in space, air bubble going up the helmet. And sometimes you see the reflection in their visor. Scuba diver with the camera. In space, in outer space. Come on. So, you know, they're just making fun of us.
How did you get going with this?
Somebody told me that we never landed on the moon. I said, you're kidding. Of course we landed on the moon. I was there. I watched it on TV. I remember that. So I started looking into it. I'm very curious.
That's what sparked it?
Well, then I started seeing flat Earth. I'm there, flat Earth, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Second time I heard it, I said, oh, those poor delusional Christians. And I'm a Christian.
Sure.
The third time I heard it, I said, okay. I had just watched a movie called The Principle, which is a geocentric model, but he still believes in the globe. So I knew there was a working model for his, and it made sense, you know. So I said, okay, there has to be a working model. I'll look that up. And I found one. And it was just made so much sense.
So what type of, when you talk to people, like the public, what type of comments do you get? I'm just curious.
All sorts.
All over the place?
I was just up there, the guy, bah, bah, yeah, you know, because they're looking into it. They're finding it. And our community is growing like millions worldwide now.
So they have followers, like people who...
Followers? Truthers. We call ourselves truthers.
Truthers?
Yes, and we stand against the lies in the government and in the schools. Last Tuesday night, I made the presentation for this at the school board at Methacton. It's on the video. You can look it up.
That's interesting. And how did you get invited to that?
I didn't. You can make public comments at the end.
So you're a public comment.
4 minutes I had. 4 minutes.
Wow, you got to squeeze a lot in there.
I know my points. It is, you know. So yeah, I'm sick of the lies. They hurt people.
And what do you do with that?
I record it and I post it on my channel. It's pointing that way, so you're not even on it.
So what's your name?
Marilyn. Yes. What's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew? Nice to meet you.
I was at a client's house once, and they pulled out the yearbook, and there was Janet, high school picture. So I made sure I took a photo of that. Funny, and I showed her. She was so disturbed that somebody pulled out the yearbook. I was like, hey, he's a classmate.
Hey, we all looked funny then, didn't we? My 45th is coming up the end of this month.
So how long ago did you meet Janet?
When we were starting to form that church, because she was going to Baptist church. And they kind of came over and joined up with us. We were from the Schwenkfelder, and they were from Calvary Baptist. So they kind of came over, because Lynn Snyder, that was his name? He was married to one of the Rothenberger girls, Carol or Linda? Carol? I think Carol. Anyway, he was going to be our pastor, and he was for a while. It didn't turn out very well. And I didn't like him from the start. I have a good intuition where that's concerned. My daughter's in her last year of college, or second to last year of college. Up at Eastern Nazarene in Boston.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know it's expensive, but she has a volleyball scholarship, so she's doing pretty good.
That's huge.
But it's still.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Still. I'm just going to walk all the way down and up and.
You'll run into plenty of people.
Yes, that's what I thought. Instead of just sitting up around the corner. Now tomorrow I have 4 people coming, so I'll be okay.
I've seen your little trailer too.
Yes, I was in the parade.
That's pretty impressive.
I was in the parade. I'll have those big banners up there then tomorrow. Send people up my way. See ya. Did you ever heard of this? You want to look it up? Thanks. Flat Earth, anybody want information? Want to look it up? Did you ever hear of this? Do you want to look this up? Okay. Did you ever hear this?
Oh yeah.
What do you think? Think it's crazy or what?
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Really? What did you look it up though? Did you look up anything about it? Did you ever hear of this, ladies?
You did. Thank you. Yes.
You don't want to look this up? Okay. Hi there.
Thank you.
No problem. Did y'all ever hear of this? The flat Earth? It's real scientific evidence. You can look that up if you'd like. If I should just walk right there in the street. The flat Earth, did you ever look it up? Here, you can have a card. Yep. Hi, did you ever hear this before? There you go, you can look it up. There's information on the back. You're welcome. Anybody hear about flat Earth before? You can look it up if you'd like. You're interested in science?
Nope. Nope.
Okay. Well, look this up. It's science. Science? You interested in science? Good information. It'll never hurt you. Did you ever hear of this before?
Flat Earth?
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Scientific information. It's a good study. It'll keep you from getting dementia. You ever hear of this before?
Hi.
You can look this up. It's good science information. Would you like a card, sir?
No, thank you.
Can't hurt you. Wawa. The Indians knew we lived on a flat surface. The Indians knew we lived on a flat plane.
What's that? What do you have there? Oh, for flat.
The flat earth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Want to stick my card somewhere?
I'll see if someone wants it. You know how that goes.
Okay.
Don't want one. I'm pretty sure that's not allowed in Skippack.
Really?
Yeah.
The First Amendment?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, I've been to Philadelphia City Hall.
Okay.
I've been to Times Square.
You're blocking my sign then.
I've been to Times Square.
Go ahead, please move. Thank you. Be respectful of my business.
Be respectful.
I paid for this spot.
I have a spot up around the corner.
Then go over there.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, you paid for this spot.
No, and I'm not going to go there because nobody's there now.
Okay, great.
Scientific information, you can look it up. Okay. La 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 da 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 da. Did you ever hear that?
No, I didn't hear that though.
You would? Okay, let me pull over here. Here. Let them go past first.
All right. Let's do it quick though, because we need to get back to collecting.
I know. Lots of people. Scientific evidence, you want to look it up? You can look this up. Scientific evidence for flat earth. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. You can look it up yourself. Want to look this up? Scientific evidence? Okay. This is the flat earth map. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. So, if there is a sphere, forever how far out you go, it has to drop.
Yeah.
There has to be a formula for that. Right. So this is a formula, and I have it right here on the card too. Okay. Right there, 8 inches times a mile squared. Right. So there's Chicago across Lake Michigan, 60 miles. It should be hidden under 1,700 feet of curvature, and it's not. So all that kind of information is, type this whole thing in, and then you'll find this video that's about the banners, and you'll hear about it, okay? Yep. Oops. Excuse me, can you just go on the side there and I'll go right past you? I'm kind of skinny. Thank you. Whoops, thank you. Anybody want to look it up? Scientific evidence.
How much should we estimate it costs?
Those balloons are awesome.
Yeah, they're cool.
Scientific evidence for flat Earth. Anybody want to look it up? Science information. Anyone want to look it up? Nope. All right. It's science. It's real science.
Looks like it though, actually.
The flat Earth. Does anybody want to look it up? Real science information. Oh my. Did you ever hear of the flat Earth? Real scientific information you can look up yourself.
Thank you.
You can look it up yourself. It's real science, not the garbage they teach you in school. Scientific evidence for flat Earth. Oh. You want to take a picture?
Yeah.
Sure, and the other side's different too.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, that's good. A lot of people do that.
Let's see.
Ah, you want a selfie? Yeah, there you go. You got the flat Earth in there. That's good. But see, everybody who takes a picture, they got to take one of my cards.
Sure. Hold it.
There you go.
You got more of it. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Please, a little bit more. A little bit more. This is great.
Ah,
That's fabulous. Thank you very much.
you're welcome.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you. Anybody want to look this up? Scientific evidence? Flat Earth, scientific evidence. You can look it up yourself. Yeah. Did you ever hear of the flat Earth? You can look it up.
Thank you.
Okay, I think I'm going to turn around up here at Justin's. There's the pedestrian crosswalk, I think. Scientific evidence for the flat Earth? Well fed. It's not mouths anymore. It's not called mouths anymore. It's something else. That's kind of good. Yeah, there's a crosswalk right here. So I'm just going to wait. Would you like to look this up?
It's very nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Want to look this up? It's scientific evidence. Scientific evidence for the flat Earth?
Yes, I love flat Earth theory.
Awesome.
Yes.
Want to look this up? Science. Real science right here. I'm just walking down the road. Yeah, I get hit. Who cares? I'm right behind you. Here you go. You can have one of my cards. Thanks. You ever hear of flat Earth?
What?
Want one of my cards?
What is it?
The flat Earth.
Flat Earth?
Yeah, actually.
I thought we settled that debate.
Oh, no, no, no. No, it's just been covered up with the globe thing for the last 100 years.
So you can literally fall off the Earth?
No, actually, there's a edge that goes all the way around. It's Antarctica. The white thing is Antarctica.
Okay.
Yeah, if you type in this whole thing at the bottom, it'll give you the video that's on these banners. Really sit down and just watch it. It'll blow your mind.
Okay.
Some people. I have a card if you want a card. Flat Earth. We are still typing. That's really awesome. Still videotaping. I'm so happy. Ooh. Scientific evidence? What? What? I'll look this up? Okay.
Like she looks in the arm of a brother, but it's worth it. Oh, ain't survived, and I had it somehow. The way she shows me up, oh, it's love.
Hi there. In your day, everyone believed in a flat Earth. Did you know that?
Yep.
Yes, the globe is only a recent construct. And actually, we were all right with the flat Earth. It's true. Scientific evidence. Thank you, darling. Woo! Ugh. I'm stuck. Yeah.
Sorry.
No problem. Did you ever hear this before? Scientific evidence. You can look it up at home. Okay. Would you like a card?
It's been a long time coming. Oh, but the change is gonna come. Oh, yes it will.
Hi. Ugh. Scientific evidence, you want to look it up? Flat Earth, did you ever hear about it? Poor girls. They don't know it's true. They don't know. Research the flat Earth. It's true. Want some scientific evidence? You can look it up yourself. It's true. Did you ever hear of something called the flat Earth?
I have.
Would you like to look this up?
Thanks.
Sure, thank you. Would you like a card? You can look this up.
We're good, thank you.
Okay. Did you ever hear of the flat Earth? Did you ever hear about it? It's a real thing. Here, you can have one of my super duper cards and you can look it up. Yeah, read the back of it. It's really good. The flat Earth, anybody hear of it? You want scientific evidence? I feel sorry for these people who don't know it's true. Hi, guys. Want to look this up?
No, thank you.
Scientific evidence for the flat Earth. Did you ever hear of it?
Thank you.
No, it's true. Really. Want to look it up? Hi, scientific evidence for the flat Earth. You can look it up yourself. Hi, you can look this up yourself. Scientific evidence for the flat Earth. There's no curvature. You can look from Wildwood to Atlantic City, and you should have 681 feet. You should not be able to see Atlantic City from Wildwood. Yeah, you can.
Really?
Yeah. So you look that up, but the curvature formula is on that card. Hey, would you like to look it up? It's really true. I feel sorry for people who they're going to find out someday it's true, and they'll say, "Holy cow." What my mama saw, it was against the law. Da, 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 da. House of detention. Hi, you can look this up yourselves. Yep. You can go ahead. Would you like a card?
I'll take one, sure.
Thank you. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Down by the schoolyard. Single file. I'll look this up.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Scientific evidence on the flat Earth. Come on, guys, be brave. Scientific evidence. A good science study. I don't know where I'm going. Sorry.
We got you.
Rosie, Queen of Corona. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Flat Earth! card. Would you take one? Wait. Here you go. You can look it up yourself for about the flat earth, scientific information. You're welcome.
I already got one.
Oh, did you? Oh, I do remember you. I see so many people. Scientific evidence for the flat earth. Lottie, Queen of Corona. Seen me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Scientific evidence. Scientific evidence for the flat earth. You can look it up at home. It's true.
I haven't been back since. I have.
Whoops. I had to stop for a repair. I saw you looking, so I'm going to give you one of my cards. Those are awesome balloons, aren't they? Very cool, very cool. Hey. You everybody see those balloons that they have? They're awesome. Okay, here we go. Did you ever hear of the flat earth?
I have.
Yeah, did you look into it?
No.
Okay, so here, just type in this whole thing at the bottom and it'll give you the banner information and 2 other videos on there. Yeah, you're welcome. It's true. It absolutely. I've been studying it 2.5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
The flat earth. It is. There's no curvature. I know you think there's a ball and spinning and all that. No, it's not true.
So, what's the big deal?
Why are they lying?
Oh, who's that?
Well,
The government?
government.
What's
But
under,
really, it's
what's
the...
under the earth?
I don't know. I've never been there. I only teach what I can see. I only teach what I know and can see.
Oh, you're a teacher?
I teach this.
Oh.
Been to Temple University last week. We went to Penn State this week. We go all over. Times Square, Center City, Philadelphia, all over. Ocean City. And when you're in Wildwood, did you know you can see Atlantic City and you shouldn't be able to? It's 32.6 miles away. That's 681 feet of curvature. It should be hidden, but it's not.
Can you see?
Yeah. So look up that stuff.
The casinos.
Yeah, I went up there in that new one they got, but you shouldn't be able to see it. But you can. Yeah, they're lying to us big time. Uh-oh, thank you.
How does things like night today happen?
Oh, that's easy. The sun is not 93 million miles away. It's very close, very local, and it's small. It's like a light bulb, and it's like, I tell people it could be 10 miles away. We have videos of it like in clouds. So it's very close, and it just circles above us. And it changes speeds.
Whatever you're smoking, I need to get some of that.
No, I've been studying this 2.5 years. My dad was a math teacher, and he flew off aircraft carriers.
All right,
My son was a physics major.
For 2.5 years.
Pardon?
I can see why he was a math teacher for 2 years.
No, he was a math
But don't
teacher.
be walking around here preaching that crap in our town.
Really? This is my town. I lived here a whole lot longer than you.
How long was that?
62 years.
Look back my family generation, you'd be a little more surprised.
Yeah, well, I'm telling the truth, and the government is lying. You think your government tells you the truth?
Dude, listen, I love my country government.
Yeah?
A little skeptical.
Yeah, a little?
Yeah.
Guess again. Big time.
You got it.
Yeah. And I'm telling the truth here, and I'm only doing this. I'm out here getting mocked. I'm out here getting mocked because I love humanity.
You're preaching some pretty crazy stuff.
It is. But if nobody
handle
ever told me, I would have never known either. 2.5 years ago, nobody would have told me, then I'd have been
That's great.
dumb
You know
like
what?
everybody
If
else.
it's flat, round, square, it's not going to keep me from waking up tomorrow.
Is that right?
All I'm trying to say is if you can't stand what people are going to have to say to you out here preaching something
That's
like
all right
that,
with me.
then don't even bother coming around.
That's all right with me.
Beautiful thing.
I'm fine. Have a happy life. Hi there, how are you? Did you ever hear of something called the flat earth?
No.
Well, I am just driving around. There, now it's stuck. I'll just give you my card. How's that?
Okay.
Thank you, dear. Hi, this is absolutely true. You can look it up yourself.
What's that?
The Earth is a flat plane. It's not a spinning ball.
Really?
Yeah, and there's scientific evidence to prove it. There's no curvature. We have a formula. Hi there. Did you ever hear something called the flat Earth? Here, you can look it up yourself. I'll leave my card there. Thank you, dear. See, there's nobody up here at my spot. So I'd have been sitting there all by myself. So I'm just going to wait till these people go past and then I'll go and just pack up. No sense. Hi, scientific evidence for the flat earth. You can look it up yourself. I would not want a man who has no curiosity and who thinks he knows everything. He's not willing to investigate things, look into them. In other words, I don't want a man who trusts the government. Wow. That would be like following I don't know, shoo. I just wouldn't want that in my life. Would not want that at all. So now, got to cross this busy road. I'd have been sitting here all by my lonesome. Here's a gap. I'm gonna take it and run for it. Yoo-hoo! Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Uh-oh. Something's wrong. I sure don't want my little cart to be hurt. So what have I got? Some kind of sticky stuff. Okay, this is all for tonight, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. That's a nice 45-minute video. Yeah, that'll be good. It is a little dark, but we shall see what happens tomorrow. We'll have 3 other guys up here. Mark, Dave from Flat Earth 101, and Dave Zoom Truth. We're all going to be here, right over here. So, have a good night. Bye.